These are the plays that are going to make you money today. This is the Daily Profit brought to you by Linemaker Sports. On today's show, we're going to go through the NBA, and guess what? Today is Friday. So, $1,000 is going to be given away at the end of the show, so make sure you guys stay till the end for that. Now, before we get into today's slate, let's talk about what happened yesterday. Break out the brooms because it was a sweep across the show, across the F-bombs, all of it. We won every single thing that we've pretty much talked about. All right, so yesterday's F-bombs, we had New Jersey Devils Jack Hughes. He had a 77% probability to go over 0.5 points. He ended up, in the first period, getting that done. He had 2 points, actually, in the first period, so that one was easy. Again, we went right back to Wemby. Wemby under 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had a 79% probability for that to happen. He went way under that again. That guy has just been printing money for us on the under throughout the early part of the season, so definitely been relying on him a lot. All right. And then we went to Thursday Night Football, where Lamar Jackson had a 77% probability to go over 200 passing yards. It was a little rocky, to be honest. A little rocky in the beginning because it didn't seem like he was really throwing the ball too well. And then an 80-yard bomb put him at like 180 plus, passing yards, and then the floodgates opened after that. Both teams just kept going back and forth, back and forth. He ended up with like 280 or something like that. So we easily got that as well. As for what we talked about on the show, Zach LaVine ended up sitting, so Vucevic ended up being the only guy really with the usage rate on the Bulls there, and he ended up surpassing his number, which was pretty easy. Anthony Edwards as well, he passed his number pretty easy as well. All right, and then if you're kind of paying attention to the Thursday Night Football, as we were talking about Mark Andrews being pretty much the only tight end for Lamar Jackson to be throwing to, and his number was only 29.5. He got that pretty much in the first half. So easy money all the way around last night. Really didn't have to sweat too much things. But let's go ahead and get to today's slate. Going back to Jaylen Brunson again, we've had him a couple times, and he's disappointed us every single time. But we're going back to him again. He has a 67% probability for him to go over 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's going against the 25th best team at guarding the point guard position. So, again, he has a good matchup. Got a good matchup again. Brunson just really needs to get it going. I don't know if Karl-Anthony Towns being a part of the team is really just taken away from his usage or what, but he really does just have to get going because towards the end of last year, he was on fire. He was surpassing these type of numbers easily. All right, so again, we're going to Jaylen Brunson over 34.5 points, rebounds, assists, 67% probability there. Let's see what happens. All right, let's get to the next guy. Next guy is going to be Darius Garland. Garland has a 68% probability to go under 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's going against the second best team at guarding the point guard position. So they should have some resistance against him tonight to be able to get him under that 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's not the number one scoring option on the team. Donovan Mitchell is. So keep an eye out for that as well. There was a little bit of a questionable tag around Donovan Mitchell, but I think he'll probably play. If he doesn't play, you got to take this off the board, all right? Because you don't want to go under 30.5 when Garland becomes the first option on the team. So definitely keep an eye on that as well. The NBA is very important for injury stuff. You have to pay attention all the way up until when they release the final injury report of who's playing and who's not, because sometimes it's not even an injury. Sometimes they just sit, all right? Anthony Davis, LeBron, sometimes they just take days off because they just want to take the day off. And you don't notice that until pretty much the last 30 minutes before tip. So pay attention to injuries and stuff because it's very, very important. All right, let's get to our next guy here. This guy's been printing money for us all season long too, just like Wemby. Trey Young on the under. He's been printing money for us. But there's an interesting thing today that I wanted to talk about with Trey Young, today's matchup. He's got a 64.8% probability to go over 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and he has exactly the exact same 64.8% probability to go under 43.5 points, rebounds, and assists. So he has the exact same percentage to go over and under a certain number. So it kind of almost seems like this is one of those middle where he's going to end up probably in between. He's probably going to end up probably around 40, 41, probably, I would say. Something around that range. So this is an interesting one. That's why I put it on the show for you guys, because it's interesting to see that. So in this case, you might win either way you go here. But he's going against the ninth best team at guarding the point guard position. So not one of the best, but top 10 at guarding the point guard position. But Yeah, this is an interesting one for sure. Definitely interesting to see the exact same percentage on both ends. Rare that that happens. So, like I said, it might be a chance to grab a middle there, and you might win no matter which way you bet that one. All right. Now let's talk about again $1,000 Fridays. Today is Friday. All right. Every Friday we're giving away $1,000 cash. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel and comment GOAT down below. It's that simple. All right. And every Friday up until the end of the year we're giving away $1,000 cash. Now let's talk about the F-bombs. I've had some questions about this. Well, what are the F-bombs? Where do I find them? All that stuff. So when you go into the group, guys, most of the F-bombs are under the player prop section. So if it's an NBA, go and match the percentages up. If it's an 81% F-bomb, go find the 81% probability that's in the player props. That's going to be your F-bomb. All right, it's that simple. So I'm labeling F-bombs just for like a catchphrase. All right, that's the only reason that it's called an F-bomb. Other than that, that's just, it's just something to make it a little bit entertaining of a name. All right, but I have it 281% F-bombs in the NBA today, and then a 78% one as well. If you guys want those, make sure you guys go and click the link down in the description. All right, very important. If you guys want those, join the group so that way you guys can be a part of the group. We have a community in there. We have all that good stuff. If you want the sports books as well, and you want all the boosts and all the bonuses and all that, make sure you guys go and click the link in the description as well. I got all the sports books down there of where you can get all these plays at and stuff. So it's very important. Make sure you guys go and check that stuff out. Now, let's go through everything once again before we get to the winner of the $1,000. All right, Jaylen Brunson, 67% probability to go over 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. That looks good. That again, we keep going to him, and he's disappointed, but we're gonna roll with him again, and we're gonna see if we can get it done. All right, Darius Garland going against the second best team at guard in the point guard position. He's got a 68% probability to go under that 30.5 points, rebounds, and assist number. So a good shot there as long as Donovan Mitchell plays. I got no problem with it. If Donovan Mitchell ends up sitting, no, we're not going to end up playing that. All right, so definitely keep an eye on the injury status there. I think Donovan Mitchell will play, so we should be good in that aspect. And then Trey Young, we got the interesting shot at kind of hitting the middle here. All right, he's got the same exact percentage, 64.8% probability to go over 34.5 and under 43.5. So might meet somewhere in the middle. And then guess what? If you bet both, you could possibly win in the middle. I think with this said, you could probably win on either end, the over or the under probably. All right, so he's going against the ninth best team. So if you want to take that into account, that would favor the under more. And we have been cashing out on the under way more. We haven't even taken over on Trey Young this year. I think we've won every single time we've taken under on Trey Young. All right, now let's get to the moment everybody's been waiting for. $1,000 winner. $1,000 winner. We have reached out. They have not responded yet. All right, they have not responded. So this is what's going to happen. They got 24 hours to respond. If they do not respond, we are going to roll that into next week, and that means next Friday, $2,000 is what we're giving away. All right? That's going to be the rules. That's the rules here. If you don't respond, if you are the winner and you don't respond, guess what? We're rolling that into next week, and then it's going to go to $2,000. All right? Now, so we have the $1,000 winner that we reached out to. And the reason why I'm not going to say who it is on here is because people could go and make fake profiles, and you could reach out and try to act like you were the winner when you weren't. All right? Nice try with a lot of people, but that's not going to happen here. So, again, 24 hours for the giveaway, for the winner to respond. If he doesn't respond, guess what? Next Friday is going to be $2,000. All right? So make sure you're on Instagram and stuff as well, because I will notify everybody on Instagram if in 24 hours they don't respond. If they don't respond, next week's going to be $2,000. All right? $2,000 is what we're going to be giving away next Friday if the winner doesn't respond. All right, guys? As always, if you want to be a part of this, make sure you guys comment, go down below, and you're subscribed. It's very important. All right, as always, I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports. I'll see you guys in the next show. Till then, I'm out.